Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, it's obvious the government doesn't want a gambling advertising ban because it's scared of a backlash from the media and big sporting codes and doesn't want to lose donations from the gambling companies. But this is entirely at odds with community expectations and what a unanimous parliamentary inquiry recommended a year ago. So why don't you do your job and ban the advertising? Why don't you get it done?
Call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for Clark for his action, for his question. And what we are doing is taking action. We've launched BetStop, the National Self-Exclusion Register. We've mandated customer pre-verification for all new online wagering accounts to prevent kids from gambling and strengthen protections for Australians who've registered for BetStop. We've agreed with states and territories on new minimum classifications for video games with gambling-like content. We've introduced nationally consistent staff training. We've implemented new evidence-based taglines to replace the former gamble responsibly.
The member for Clark. Prime Minister was asked about the issue and what is he doing about the issue. He's reading specifically into the Hansard and into the House exactly what he was asked about. You may not like the answer, or you may not be happy about what's in the answer, or maybe not be addressing what you'd like it to be in the answer. But if you're going to get up and ask a point of relevance, just because that's not how the standing orders work, and the member's been here long enough to understand that, but out of respect for him, I will take the point of order.
Thank you, Speaker. On relevance, the question was very specific. It only went to the issue of gambling advertising.
Well, the Prime Minister is addressing exactly the topic and about the committee report involving the issue. So we've got to get everyone understanding that when an answer is directly relevant about the topic that a minister or the Prime Minister was asked, if it's not answering exactly the way you want, that is not an excuse to simply rise on your feet and say, I don't like the answer, I want it to be more specific. And it is happening more and more all the time. And simply under the standing orders, I don't have that, and it is disorderly. So if it continues, I will have to take action to all members. The Prime Minister has the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. I'm going through the actions that we are taking, which is what gambling advertising is about, getting people to gamble. That's what it's about, and I'm going through the measures that we have put in place already. Legislated a ban on the use of credit cards for gambling, which is a major issue of source of grief out there in the community, and that certainly was something that was considered by the committee when it was developing its report. We've also required online wagering companies to send their customers monthly activity statements outlining wins and losses. Now, the government is continuing to examine further issues, what more can be done, including further restrictions on gambling advertising. But we want to make sure it's not much good if you're shutting down an ad in one place only for it to pop up somewhere else. The truth is that these issues are complex because people in 2024 don't just have televisions or radios, they carry with them devices where ads can pop up and appear, where people can get access not just from Australia but access from overseas as well without any controls whatsoever because of the nature of the accounts and the nature of those devices and the nature of the way that the internet operates with VPNs. So we want to make sure that any measures that are taken actually can deliver on the outcome that we want. We want people to not engage in gambling in a way that damages families, that causes harm, that causes addiction, because we know that that can have a devastating impact on the community. But we do want to make sure that any measures are got right, and that's why I would encourage the member to continue to work with the government on these issues to make sure, indeed, that we do get it right.